If you've bought or sold NFTs in the last year, hopefully you've tracked your transactions because guess what? It's tax time, and that means the IRS wants to know all about it. Hi, and welcome back to Stop Being Sold. My name is Michelle, and I'm here with Brian. And today's video, we're breaking down how NFTs are taxed. To say it's a bit complicated is the understatement of the year.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. And as a NFT buyer and seller in the last 12 months, yeah, it's very confusing. And we really want to try to make sure we break this down for you guys so you understand that IRS is coming after your JPEGs. It's that simple.
Yes, they are. All right, so let's just dive into it.
Okay.
What's the first thing that NFT holders, buyers, sellers need to know?
Okay, let's break down the taxes into two different categories, and that's really where it comes down to. You're
Okay.
either going to be an investor, or I'm sorry, they may say you're a collector, investor collector, or the actual creator of the NFT. Okay, the investor is someone who buys an NFT. That's pretty straightforward, right? The creator is someone who makes the NFT, but that isn't as cut and dry as it sounds, especially if you're set up to get paid royalties on your NFTs going forward after the creation.
All right, so let's talk about taxation first for NFT investors. What do viewers need to know about that?
Okay. As an investor, the sale of an NFT is treated as a capital gain or loss, just like stocks, bonds, or real estate.
Sure. Okay.
Okay. Simple. But there's a catch. NFTs are mostly bought and sold with crypto like Ethereum, Solana, Cardano, whatever, Polymatic. So in the eyes of IRS, you've made two transactions and are taxed on both transactions.
Right. Okay.
Okay. The first transaction is when you buy the cryptocurrency. Let's say you're using ETH or Cardano. So you have to buy the crypto first so you can purchase an NFT.
Sure.
Then you have to sell the crypto to purchase the NFT according to IRS, because that's all in the blockchain transaction.
Sure.
So secondly, you're taxed on the sale of the NFT when you actually sell it for a profit.
Okay, so even if an NFT is bought on the Ethereum network, let's say, it's considered a sale of that ETH when you purchase the NFT?
Yes, of the crypto, of the ETH, whatever it may be, that is considered the first sale. So if you bought Ethereum at $1,000 and then the same day bought your NFT, but ETH had already moved up to 1,025, there's a $25 sellable gain there.
Got it. Okay. Okay.
And according to IRS, Michelle, they say that during the transaction, you have sold the crypto to purchase the NFT. Even though it looks like you're exchanging it, it's still considered a transaction. It'd be just like taking a dollar bill and buying something at the grocery store. You transacted a contract there, and that's how you're going to pay taxes on this here. So, but
Okay.
now how much you pay on the taxes is based on several different factors. How long, number one, that you held the crypto, what is your income level, and if you made a profit or a loss from the sale of that crypto.
All right. So can you give us an example of how this would play out? Like how it's double taxation, right?
It seems like it, and it actually is when you lay it out. So let's take a look at this. Let's say you buy ETH for $1,000 a few months ago. Okay, I'm using 1,000 because it's simpler, just for our example.
Yeah. Okay.
Now let's say you want to buy an NFT for 1 ETH today, and now ETH is $2,000. Okay, in the purchase, Michelle, you are selling your 1 ETH at the $2,000 to buy the NFT.
Okay.
You will pay short-term capital gains as ordinary income because you held that ETH for less than 1 year.
Okay.
And you'll pay short-term capital gains on the $1,000 gain in ETH since you sold it or paid in NFT with it. Okay.
Okay.
Here's how you tax the second time. Let's say when you bought that NFT for 1 ETH and ETH is now at $2,000. 6 months later, the NFT is worth 2 ETH and ETH is still $2,000. You sell your NFT for 2 ETH and you pocket $4,000.
Oh
2
boy.
ETH times $2,000. You now owe short-term capital gains as ordinary income on the profits from the sale of this NFT. And since you held the crypto and the NFT for less than 1 year each, you're going to pay ordinary income tax on these gains. Now, if you would have held the crypto or the NFT, either one, for more than a year, you would pay long-term capital gains on whichever one you held longer based on your income.
Oh boy. Okay. I bet a lot of these NFT traders or flippers are going to feel a lot of pain come tax time unless they prepared and set aside money for taxes.
Yeah, definitely, Michelle. And most don't understand this and really truly need to keep accurate records of their sales and purchases. And it fluctuates. So we're starting to see all the different software programs out there
Right.
that are created to track this. Now, just think about this. They're not always perfect because
No.
like the one that came with mine with Coinbase, it's like, it's okay. But I still keep a detailed spreadsheet for myself.
So is that the solution I mean, even if you're using, there are numerous tracking softwares out there, right? But just to actually track it yourself.
Yeah, because it's real simple to do. First of all, everything's on the Ether network. I mean, if you're using
If you're
like
using these, right.
Etherscan, I can track the whole process, and it shows you exactly what you paid for it, what your fees were, this, that, and the other, and then also the transaction of when you go to sell it. Still tells you the same thing, and you know the date that you bought it and the date that it sold, so you can know if it's less than 1 year or over 1 year. It's not that
Right.
hard, but
It's
very
really
detailed if you're doing
detailed, right?
multiple transactions.
It's really more about the time and the effort, and if you waited to the last minute, it's gonna be like one of those,
Oh yeah.
I don't have a weekend anymore. 'Cause I'm gonna
Or
be
you forget
doing
what you bought,
that. Well,
or
yeah,
you used the
yeah,
second
absolutely.
wallet and you forgot about that wallet.
Oh boy. I physically stopped breathing listening to some of this because it's a lot.
It is a lot. It is a lot. And
Not to be
remember,
dramatic, but
that's only talking about the investors. That's only
right.
one side of the coin.
Well, then let's talk about the other side. What
Yeah, let's
about
talk about the
creators? How are they taxed?
creators. Yeah. So, like, if you look on my back wall over here, you'll see some NFTs, and we got utility from these, and actually got the physical vinyl album. Okay.
Sure.
So, them are from creators. Okay. So, if you're a creator, you will pay taxes on any sale of your NFTs created at ordinary income tax rate. No
Okay.
capital gains here because as you created the NFT in your business and then you sold it.
Okay,
Okay.
got it.
You'll also pay self-employment tax depending on how you set up your business.
Okay.
If you set up your NFT to also pay you royalties, you'll pay ordinary income taxes on these royalties as they continue coming in, and possibly self-employment taxes on that also.
All right. So just for clarification, creators are taxed based on how they set up their NFT business.
Yes.
Okay.
Since there are no capital gains here, they're
Sure.
taxed at ordinary income rates. And if they're self-employed, they could pay them self-employment taxes as well. The bottom line is no matter if you're an investor or a creator, you're going to need to keep detailed records of all your transactions. It's that simple.
Okay. All right. So we talked a bit about using software for this, but really, even then, the bottom line here is if you want to make this as easy as possible for yourself when you're doing taxes, it needs to be tracked. You should be tracking this on your own.
I agree. I agree because here's the scenario, Michelle. Not every marketplace is even sending out 1099s like
Exactly.
tech docs. So there's online, different softwares that can help you with that. But just watch it because, like, I'm not even sure if I'll even receive a 1099 from
Sure.
any place that I purchased or NFTs for all of 2022. I just don't know what's coming yet. So
Right.
that's why I kept detailed records just in case the stuff didn't come. So,
Okay. So it is tax time now.
yes.
As of the creation of this video. So
Mhm.
we're all filing for 2022 taxes. What we just went over today applies to 2022. As
Yes.
of right now, it applies to 2023. However,
It
there's
could
a
change.
lot going on with regulation and no one can make up their mind about what's actually going on. So in
I think
terms of 2023, where we don't necessarily know, what we know now is what we're presenting to people. What is just your basic, not basic, is your advice just for people to track and stay up to date on the
yeah.
legislation?
Yeah, and
How they
here's
can
the
do?
scenario, and many of you don't like watching the political legislation, what's going on behind the scenes for all this stuff, or you just don't have time for it. Michelle and I watch this all the time. Okay, we get notifications when this stuff is coming in, so
Right.
make sure you subscribe to the channel for the updates because as an investor and a collector of NFTs, I'm going to be on top of it for my own personal
Sure.
well-being so I don't get hit at tax time.
Sure.
And think about what happened last year. You had some crypto exchanges go under, this, that, and the other. You don't think the government's going to come out and try to create more regulation to
Sure.
protect us,
Yeah.
it's going to happen.
Protection.
Oh,
Right.
sorry. I'm sorry. I did the rabbit ears again.
Right. I know. All right. So, and that's another thing I just want to say. This is our time as whether you're into NFTs, crypto, whatever it is, that we can, in fact, make phone calls to our Congress people.
Yeah.
Sometimes it doesn't feel like it's doing anything, but writing letters, and the more vocal we are, we can actually, hopefully we can help. There's nothing wrong with regulation.
Oh, no, I would actually love it,
Yeah,
actually.
because it gives everybody, this
It
is
would
how it goes
streamline the
this way, it goes this
process.
way. Exactly,
Yeah.
right? Which
5
makes
years
better
from now,
decisions.
Michelle, we won't be going through what we're going through today because regulation will be in place and the software will be up to date to match to it. So every transaction
Sure.
would be on a screen for you where
Right.
you don't have to go back and do this. This happened back when I was trading options way back in the day. And finally, today, when you get a
Yeah.
1099, it may be 70 pages long. But guess what? When you fill out your taxes, there's only one portion of that that even pertains to you, and stick it on your taxes and it's done for
Right.
you. So
All
I
right.
love it.
So,
I love it. So
I mean,
it
my
just
advice
takes time.
is I don't care if you don't have the time, make the time, stay involved, get
Right.
involved, make phone calls, because, like I said, there's nothing wrong with regulation. It's just, it needs to be in our best interest as
Right.
consumers and not to make
And follow the
politicians and
channel
banks
because you'll
richer.
get the information as soon as it hits. So
Right. Absolutely. Okay, here's the deal. We're going to put a link in the bottom of this video. It's below the description and also the pinned comment. It is about the new 1099K $600 tax changes that are coming. If you're using Venmo, PayPal, Cash App,
that's a
Zelle,
big one.
they're going to nail you. And we're talking about keeping transactions and records. Go check out that video and send it to anyone you can,
Yep.
because it's really, really important. So that'll be in the bottom link below. If you like the content of this video, 3 cheers for crypto taxes. Hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe, leave us a comment, and share. All right, Brian, thanks so much for today. This has been a good. I'm trying to breathe. This is a lot. It's a lot.
It's okay, Michelle. It'll be
Yeah,
okay.
right. Tax time. Okay. Thanks, everyone. Thanks so much, Brian. And until next time.
Have a great day, everyone.